Some guys really like Batman, and they had an epiphany. So they all got to work on the next Batman movie. And now they are the heroes, and you get to follow along. They're bringing him to life every week after this song. Batman, Project Batman, Project Batman. Fuck yeah!
So how you been, Ken?
I'm alright.
Yeah?
I'm a little drunk.
Alright.
Good.
I am. It was unexpected. My friend Daryl brought fucking. It was like a can like that big of Margaritaville.
Nice.
And it was 8%, man. I assumed it'd be like 2.5. And then after, like halfway through, I was like, man, I feel fucked up. I looked at it, it's like 8%. So, this is the special slurred edition of Project Batman.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
So we should all get drunk when we do Project Batman.
There you go.
Drunk episode.
Drunk episode.
Drunkisode.
Where nothing makes sense.
That'll be part of our darkness timeline.
Vincent? Yeah, darkisode. Need to craft ourselves some felt beards. I guess you don't.
We have to shave his the rest of the way off.
Well, after tripping over half the known universe, I brought you water.
I appreciate it.
Oh
You
shit!
use this to practice making your semen.
It's a
thank
meatball.
you.
As I was just telling them, I'm like half drunk, so sorry about that.
You're drunk?
Sorta. I didn't expect it. Like, Daryl went in the gas station when I picked him up from work, and he walked out with like this Margaritaville thing, and he was like, "Here, this is for you." So I drank it. And it's like 8%, which I didn't know until I was like halfway through.
Oh god.
Yeah.
It's one of those prank alcoholic drinks. Here, try this. It's pure vodka. It says 2%, then you scratch it. 102%. There's more alcohol in it than there is matter.
It's like just touching the can makes you drunk.
It's like highly compressed alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
Like solid alcohol, and you just, crunch on it. Then it kills you.
I imagine it more of a scratch and sniff sort of thing.
I've made
You're thinking of cocaine.
I've made crunchy Bloody Marys.
How'd that work?
It's just like celery,
Mm-hmm.
and you put the Bloody Mary stuff in the dent, and then you put it in the freezer
Yeah.
or the fridge, I guess. Yeah, fridge, and then you just.
Was it good?
It got me drunk.
So it was
Bloody
good.
Mary mix that we had, it tasted like shit.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. There's very few alcohols I enjoy. I don't like beer.
I don't know.
I've tried immensely.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, you scream white trash beer all over you.
Yeah, I'm a hard cider guy myself.
I'm a wino at heart.
Wino.
Mm-hmm.
Fun stuff. You ever had, what's that shit I drink? Sangria?
I don't know. I don't
Shit
think
was
so.
pretty good.
Better question is, what's that shit you don't drink?
Beer?
I think that's it. That's just a very small section of what you don't drink. And I've seen you drink that.
He had the best strategy. I took him to my friend AB's birthday party. He was just like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna fill this beer cup halfway and just hold it. I look social."
I'm pretty sure I was drunk at that point.
Oh.
By the time I came up with that idea.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Oh no, I wasn't, because that was only a couple of weeks after the mead incident. As a matter of fact, I still had the bottle of mead, and I tried to finish off what little bit of it there was left. I threw it up instantly. It was my first drink of the night, and I just threw it up because I guess I hadn't completely gotten it out of my system yet.
Oh, God.
And then I just couldn't really drink anything else. I mean, I had a few shots throughout the night, but it was...
This meat will be good.
It tasted good.
It did.
It did taste.
It didn't look good.
Meat sounds gross.
It looks gross, but it's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, think about it. It's alcohol made out of honey.
That sounds good now.
Why? What did you think it was?
Just the word mead sounded disgusting.
No, it's...
Imagine if it were a female body part. Oh, baby, rub my mead. You wouldn't want to.
It's like a wine made out of honey instead of like grapes or whatever. I'll see if I can actually get you a bottle of decent mead. My grandmother buys it from this place, and it's fucking really good. It's like...
that was good.
Yeah, you remember that. Yeah. That shit was fucking fantastic.
I'd take it. I'd do it. I'd meet it up. Have a meet and greet.
You ever see the movie The 13th Warrior?
No.
Antonio Banderas?
Mm-hmm. Antonio Banderas plays this Muslim guy, funnily enough. And what happens is he's offered by some gang of misfits to partake in some drinks. And he's like, my religion doesn't allow me to partake of the fermentation of barley or grapes. Don't worry about it. It's mead. It's fermented honey.
Nice.
And he proceeded to get completely fucking trashed.
Nice.
Of course, this is like in like the 13th century or something like that. He's some sort of medieval dude. I know. I haven't seen the movie in like 10 years, but
it sounds like the one time you did watch it, you were kind of in and out.
Is that not what happened? What happened? Did I completely miss attributing the plot of this film to something that didn't happen?
The plot of the film is it's about him getting drunk off mead.
What happened?
Netflix, 13th Warrior. Antonio Banderas gets drunk off mead. Muslim Antonio Banderas.
And he finds one of his friends on top of a hotel.
I'm gonna have to watch that movie now. This is on record. Save this part so that I can understand what I got wrong. Because, as far as I remember, that's correct.
I did have one, but I don't believe that was the plot of the movie.
Are you just throwing pistachio shells out my window into my driveway?
Oh, come on, man. I got more dignity than that. Yeah, I'm doing that.
Did you guys see Iron Man 2 yet, or Iron Man 3 yet?
Yes.
How'd you like it?
I liked it a lot, actually.
Me too.
It was way better than the third one. The second one. The second one felt
It
like
was better than itself.
Yeah. It felt like it was... The second one felt more like it was geared towards children. And this one had a lot of language, and he called that little 8-year-old kid a pussy, and that was funny as shit.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I called an 8-year-old kid a pussy.
Was it you talking to Sean when you two were 8?
Yes!
I was reading this article about Iron Man 3 the other day, and it was they were discussing the original plot of the movie, and it involved a sex tape. No, it's okay, because every Marvel Disney movie should.
Yeah. Yeah. Iron Man 2 just felt like they made a sequel because Iron Man was a success.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean,
Even the plot felt rushed.
ScarJo was in it, so I didn't mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like Phil, and then he almost crashed the car. I would have crashed the car. I'd just been like, yeah, come on! And there's like this huge fire and explosion, and I can sit there staring in the back. Just like, yeah, I'm waiting for the engine to burn out. Yeah, keep doing that. Get naked.
I'll say that I'm really looking forward to the new Star Trek.
Me too. You should come to the midnight show.
You going to the midnight showing? It's 26th, right?
No, next Thursday.
Next Thursday? Oh shit.
Yeah, like in 1 week from right now, this moment, I'll be sitting waiting for Star Trek.
You know, that's a fair point.
It finally gives us a chance to go with our ideas.
I forget what our ideas are. We have too many ideas. We need to just stick it to like one idea and just have that.
Dress up as characters for the midnight showing that aren't in the movie.
Oh yeah. Go as like Dr. Horrible and
Iron Man.
yeah. It's like what?
You have a Batman suit.
That's right. I went to the when I went to the Dark Knight Rises premiere, I went up and I was like, yeah, I need 1 ticket for Magic Mike. Funnily enough, that's the first mention of Batman in almost 10 minutes of podcast.
There may be some editing in this one.
No, I think we should keep all that. I want them to.
Yeah.
Now people are going to see the 13th Warrior and be like, God, that kid's a retard.
Wait, so you should dress up as Batman for Star Trek, though. I support it. I'm not dressing up.
I'll only do it if you find something clever to dress up as, and Sean does it too.
I'll do it too.
What could I dress up as?
Jango Fett.
Do you have...
No.
Okay.
I have
Then no.
I have a clone trooper helmet around here somewhere.
You're halfway there.
So you're saying he should dress in white? Like the...
Chris, I'll give you $20 to go as Buzz Lightyear.
You know what'd be great?
Buzz Lightyear? Dude, can you make me a Buzz Lightyear? Bud Light. A Buzz Lightyear outfit I would wear.
It was funny. We were talking about going to Star Wars Celebration 6, and and my friend Cameron says, "Hey, can I go dressed as like Buzz Lightyear?" And I'm like, if you show up with a Buzz Lightyear costume, I will pay for your ticket."
How awesome would a Jango Fett Unchained costume be? I guess you'd have to be black and then just not wear the helmet and just have the rest of the Mandalorian armor, and then you'd be Jango Fett Unchained.
Or wear entirely Jango's clothing, but with the helmet and also the hat on over the helmet.
Yes, and then you wouldn't have to do blackface. You could do black armor,
Which is less offensive.
yeah. Unless you're going by quantity, you have 2 arms and 1 face.
Which is true.
Are black people more offended by quantity or quality? That's not a racist statement generalizing on black people.
And there's our episode title: Quantity over Quality.
I guess that's a pretty good segue, though, considering what you were talking about Matt said. Or do you want to wait till Matt's here to bring that up?
You mean that thing that I don't remember what he said?
Yes.
Yeah, let's wait until he gets here.
Well, Matt said something tonight when I was talking to him.
Hello, brother.
Yeah. Hi, guy. That line.
Nigga, where's my $50?
Where my $50? Tree $50. Batman's hallucinating because he's tripping out on shrooms and sees the Joker.
Oh, yes. Yes, that's exactly what happens, yes. Tully is like, I'll love you if you try these with me.
You talking about that part of the movie
Peer
where it's
pressure.
Fear and Loathing in Gotham?
Fear and Loathing in Gotham City. This is bad country!
So what it mean we have to stop here? It's bad country.
Yeah. I was very proud of that moment.
God damn it.
Nice job.
That was good.
Awesome.
But he feels like the end part that Joker says something, the most validating moment of his life or whatever.
Yeah.
He didn't like
Most
that.
validating sense on that.
Yeah. He says not Joker enough, I guess. It'd be something witty.
I actually brought up. I think I brought up the same issue. Something about it seems off.
Well,
We discussed it once.
yeah.
And then never again.
And also, like, if you think about all the discussions we had about the first 6 scenes, and then look at the first 12 pages of the script we've actually, like, completed so far, everything we discussed, like the characters saying, only about half of it's in there, word for word, about what we said, like, on an episode previously before I wrote it. Like, once I get into the script writing process, then I'll be like, okay, Joker says it like this. But right now, it's just a general idea that the statement is, the fact that you don't realize that is the most validating punchline of my life.
Mm-hmm.
So, Chad Vader.
Mm-hmm. In reference to my shirt.
No, that's your name. That's why you have the shirt.
Oh.
Vincent's a nickname. Get it straight.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Your name's Chad and you like to party.
You have failed me for the last time.
Can I be Jungle?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
What are these references to?
Action figure therapy.
I don't know what that
It's like a
is.
mustache.
Look it up sometime.
Okay.
I said, fuck you, Snake. I'm gonna eat you with some mayonnaise.
I ate rattlesnake once. We was drunk as fuck too.
Rode up on our four-wheeler. I said, hey, look, there's a snake. Let's run over it. See what happens. Some bitch was all squirming and shit. They try to bite me. Like, fuck you, Snake. Eat you with some mayonnaise. See this mustache? It's like a mustache with titties.
Acrobatic boner shenanigans.
It's like being a bald eagle and getting a hand job from the Statue of Liberty herself. And then Sean's, was it Harry Potter with Snape's nose or whatever?
Yeah.
I thought you said Harry Potter if he did math.
But that works too.
But yeah, he's definitely Harry. He's definitely what Harry would look like if Severus had managed to get with Lily, as opposed to.
Y'all called him Severus Potter.
It's the nose, isn't it?
It's the nose.
Yeah. I had a feeling. It is not like a mustache with titties.
Dude, if y'all guys were doing like a live action Batman, you would totally be Scarecrow.
What are you talking about? This nigga could be Robin.
Probably.
Like Tim Drake Robin, who's like 13.
So,
Stop looking at porn. Let's get on.
And shit, if he's looking at porn, I'm gonna go look at porn. Screw this.
I think we should all be looking at porn.
guys, let's just watch porn for this episode.
We're watching animal porn.
I bet we can find some Batman porn.
Oh, God.
I don't think we should do that.
I'm just kidding. It's like I'm that drunk. I'm like, Batman porn, we're all gonna watch it. And put the audio on tape.
Oh, God.
Because it sounds like Batman. Alright, so I don't remember if we together took all those sentences we originally did and compressed them into 5. I think we did. We did, right? Anyway, here's 5 sentences. Let me know if these sound like 5 acts. Act 1. Batman is wounded by a common criminal, causing him to design a new, more powerful Batsuit in order to maintain his position in Gotham and overcome his senescence. Senescence? Senescence. Act 2. A global genocide begins to take place at the hands of the immortal Ra's al Ghul. I don't know if that's a whole act, but that's what we have for that sentence.
What was it again?
A global genocide begins to take place at the hands of the immortal Ra's al Ghul. Sentence 3. Batman...
Yeah, that might not be a second act.
Right. I'm just reading what we have so far. Sentence 3. Batman denies joining forces with Ra's daughter Talia to over... Okay, so I'm going to read to you what the typo this says. Batman denies joining forces with Ra's daughter Talia to overcome cum.
Oh, God.
Until close calls and global detecting bring them closer than ever before. To overcome... It was clearly not supposed to be cum. It's not C-U-M, in
Close
case you guys
call.
are wondering. Batman denies joining forces with Ra's daughter Talia to overcome... I don't know. Here you go. Look at it.
Overcome. Does that mean to fill to overflowing with cum? Like coming out of your ears and shit?
Oh my god, baby, I overcame.
Maybe that's what happened with Raish's hair.
why he's
so
immortal.
much.
He overcomes. I mean, that is life, right?
Yeah, I think it makes sense.
What the hell were you trying to accomplish with the word overcome is what I'm trying to figure out.
Well, I feel like we had to have done those 5 sentences together.
Yeah, this is a separate thing, because we'd have noticed that.
Maybe I don't know. I was trying
You're drunk, give me your keys.
I was trying to separate it into 5 acts. I don't remember if we did it on past episode together, but if you go...
this is a new thing.
Yeah, if you scroll up, there are all the sentences that we had, and there were way more than 5, and I was trying to...
I've got it. Batman denies...
I don't speak that.
I like it. Good work.
Let me type that out.
Seemed a bit racy to me.
How do you spell like GQHHIAJJJJ?
One less J.
Okay.
Idiot.
No. Batman denies joining forces with Raish's daughter Talia out of mistrust until close calls and global detecting bring them closer than ever before.
Alright. As they begin to gather evidence... This is sentence 4. As they begin to gather evidence and uncover details behind Raish's agenda, an assault on the Batcave leaves Alfred dead and their faith depleted. Sentence 5. After sabotaging Raish's devices, Talia gives in to her father's wishes, leaving her to die at his hand as Batman returns to his nightly duties.
We missed something there. We skipped about 10 minutes of movie.
But in sentences of a paragraph of a whole movie, you can't include the whole movie.
But still,
What are we missing?
if you end with their faith is depleted, and then immediately go to, like, the next thing,
Oh, right.
it's very abrupt.
Well, no, but that's what I'm saying is, like, their faith depleted is the end of another act, and then the end of the 5th act is after sabotaging Raish's devices, Talia gives... We're picking the plot points.
From what I understood, I think we talked about it, that's not the end of the 4th act.
Okay.
The end of the 4th act is... That's when he...
Oh, wait, look, I tried to do this below here.
No, you were giving us a fake paragraph, you asshole.
No, I wasn't, but...
Your shirt is fucking awesome.
Oh, yeah, I meant to show you this. Look at that. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, guys, listeners, check out his shirt.
Batman fighting zombies.
Yeah, that is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I thought that was Superman. We're fighting, Indians or something.
You should make that shirt and we'll wear it together. Mine will be slightly more badass.
Superman got a lot of fuckers pissed at the casino. No, wait, hold on. Native American Indians or, like, Hindu Indians, because they're both pretty much the same color.
Pick one.
They formed an alliance. The Indians and the Indians combine to create the Indians.
It's like the actual Indians and the Native Americans.
So, here's our episode title. We swear we're not racist.
Yeah. Somebody had a great joke where, I think it was Louis C.K., where he was like,
You
Columbus...
faggot, cunt, nigger, deer.
No. Columbus was sailing for India, and he ended up in America, right? And he's like, oh, look at all these natives. We'll call you Indians. And they're like, you're not an Indian, dude. And he's like, nah, you're Indians. Alright. So, below those practice sentences, I had tried to break them down further. First act, pre-existing central main conflict. We're going by the film crit Hulk, how he says the ideal acts are defined as. First act, pre-existing central main conflict. Batman is aging in Gotham. Ra's is readying his plan. Second act, the conceit. Batman needs a new suit to continue fighting. Ra's begins his genocide. Third act, the turn. Batman starts trusting Talia as they begin to figure out what's going on. Fourth act, the spiral. Ra's sabotages Batman's operation, killing Alfred. Fifth act, the climax. Batman battles Ra's as Talia sabotages her father's operation before submitting to his wishes, getting killed in the process. Does that sound like 5 acts?
That sounds like 5 acts.
Okay.
I think the second...
I want you to look at it, because looking at it and hearing it might be different. Does that seem complete?
Yeah. But, with the second act, how we can flesh it out is we discussed actually him finding out that it was Ra's al Ghul before Talia actually shows up, and Talia is more a part of the third act.
Oh.
So that's how we can flesh out that act, is figure out some sort of detective thing to where you can figure that out.
Actually, yeah. I was re-listening to some older podcasts, and those are almost the exact words that are said.
Got a fan here.
Project Batman. You hear one, you hear them all.
I was painting. Leave me alone.
You paint?
A little bit.
Nice.
Walls, not pictures.
Oh.
Okay, some sort of fag or something. You call me gay?
No, you'd be gay if you were painting pictures.
Is this gay? Huh?
The reason that was so funny to me, I was like, I did not know that about Chris. Oh, those fucking cabinets. That's what he's talking about. Trying to pass himself off as an artist.
How you know that I didn't paint like sunshine's ponies and assholes on it?
Because I've seen it. It's blue. It's just straight fucking blue.
And assholes.
Some sort of like fucking...
A waterfall of sunshine and unicorn vaginas.
I'd like you to paint me a painting of a sunshiny unicorn asshole.
I can do that.
E pluribus anus.
Alright, well, so adjust that to how you think it should be. Or rearranging where Talia should be. Where she comes in. So, after this first attack, this is why I'm excited to get this episode fucking done with. Because for 2 weeks now, we've had these 12 pages locked in, and then we edited them and made them more complete. And now I really want to know what happens next, what the very next scene is. So, Otto, Sean, tell me.
So what's a scene? In an act?
A scene...
Who's Batman? I'm confused. I don't know what's going on.
Batman's that guy with the funny hair, and he always calls that one guy detective.
Does he release some sort of gas all the time?
Yeah.
He's got the fucked up face. I got you. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. And
he likes to freeze people too, right?
Yeah. He's got that freeze gun.
Yeah.
And that freeze gun also shoots that fear toxin that makes people turn into shapeshifters made out of clay.
And he has the coin, right? That he flips between his fingers and...
Yeah. And he's obsessed with plants.
Huh. I think we've just invented a new character.
The amalgam.
That's awesome. I was going to say...
Actually, they do kind of have that. Amaza the Android in Justice League.
Yeah.
That fucking thing. Good God.
What movie was it that was really fucked up? The Joker was like some sort of gay guy. But
Dark Knight Return Part 2.
Dark Knight Return Part 2.
That's all you needed to understand what the Joker was. This gay guy automatically.
I started the movie and I called Sean up. I was like, dude, what the fuck do you have me watching? The Joker looks like some sort of gay fucker. I don't even want to fucking watch this shit. It's fucking gay, dude. He's like, dude, he is a little gay.
Well, hey, Batman. What are you doing
You have to
Tuesday?
admit-
You know who that voice is?
He's pretty gay.
It's Benjamin Linus in Lost.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah, Michael Emerson.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Shut up, Chris.
No, I don't know who that is.
You watched Lost how many times?
A lot, but I don't know who it is.
He's the evil, manipulative, bug-eyed dude. Leader of the others.
See the guy that was in the fucking
Torture chamber in the hatch.
in the hatch? Yes,
Saeed was torturing him, and Jack thought he was innocent.
Yes.
Yeah, he played Batman.
No.
Who actually did play Batman in that movie?
Peter Weller.
And
That's
Lost.
Peter Weller.
Yeah, that was
Batman
RoboCop.
wasn't in Lost.
Yes, again.
Was he in the hatch? Or part of the other?
Did you watch?
He didn't know it was Lost.
I watched most of it. I did not see the end. I was really excited, and then people told me about it, and I became less excited to see the end. So right now, I'm
I'll be
pretty
honest,
spoiled
that's the
it
same
for
thing happened to me.
See, I'm pretty excited. You know, when I think of Lost, I think of like Pirate Ghost and like some sort of
I think
weird
those
fog
first
shit.
3 seasons, those blew my mind.
And
Like,
polar bears.
it sounds like you guys are describing the experience of you're about to have sex with a stripper, and you're really excited until she actually finishes taking off her clothes, and you realize that her tits are fake and her nipples are on opposite sides of her breast, so it looks more like the eyes of a fish than actual nipples, and then you stop being excited.
So
That's
are you,
more like Entourage.
Are you saying you would still be excited if you saw that?
I'm not saying anything about what I would do in this situation.
Fuck it. Come on.
Actually, no, that would be really, really gross. I despise fake tits, but
That's right.
we can do a whole other podcast about tits. We totally should.
The Tit Podcast.
Well, why don't we
Tit
just dedicate this episode to Talia's tits?
Okay. we
How
can do
big
that.
are they? What size?
I'm guessing C's.
That's a good guess.
I think that's a safe comic book woman.
Yeah.
It's pretty sexy size, but not over the top.
Exactly.
Believable, realistic.
Mm-hmm.
Because D's aren't.
They aren't real.
No, they don't happen. That's just a thing that comic books came up with. It's like, what if her boobs were bigger than C's? Imagine this. D's.
You're not actually going to draw in the cleavage, are you?
We're gonna draw so much cleavage, it's like she's cracked in half.
The cleavage is gonna go up her fucking
It's like
I didn't realize that was like a thing until I watched some sort of comic book thing with that old fucker.
Stanley.
Yeah.
That old fucker.
Did you see that picture? With him? And those people dressed up as Iron Man and Thor, and the way that guy was holding Thor's hammer,
yeah.
it looked like he pissed himself.
Yeah, I saw that. That was funny. Huh. He probably did. I mean, he's old. And he's crotchety. He's like a crotchety old fuck. And if he's listening, I don't give a shit.
He's awesome, though.
Apparently, we don't have a lot of Marvel fans here at Project Batman.
What the fuck's marbles?
Something you lost.
I swallowed one.
Yeah, no, you're thinking of a bocce ball.
Yeah,
You swallowed a bocce ball.
I love Marvel, too. Spider-Man's one of my favorite superheroes.
I like the
How do
Tick.
you like,
He's my
like-
favorite Marvel.
Batman?
am the Mandarin! You only know. Sorry.
Like oranges? Mandarin
Ben
oranges?
Kingsley was the shit. I did not see that coming.
Did you say Ron Weasley?
Yeah, Ron Weasley.
No, what did you say?
He's Ron Weasley's in Iron Man 3.
Yeah.
He should be.
He is.
He is.
Like, legit.
When you see the Hulkbuster suit, he's in that one.
Who the fuck is Hulkbuster?
What happened after the credits? I've heard a little bit about it, but I didn't...
Alright. Fucking, I'm drunk enough to spoil this.
Is it, like, from what I was told...
Fucking
Alright, no, I saw it. I'm going to tell you.
Alright.
Alright, anyone who doesn't want to know the post-credit sequence after Iron Man 3, skip forward like a minute. and first of all, the credits are like 20 fucking minutes.
Oh yeah.
But so the movie starts out with Tony Stark narrating the beginning of the story, and it's very much in the Shane Black style of Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Great movie.
Yeah, he's the guy who directed it, and the new one. So at the end of the credits, you start hearing Tony wrap up his story like a voiceover as the final credits are rolling, and then when the credits are done rolling, it just cuts to Tony just wrapping up his story in a psychiatric chair, and he's just like, so what did you think, Doc? What do you think? Where am I at? And the camera pans over, and the doc he's talking to is Dr. Bruce Banner. And it's Mark Ruffalo, and he like had fallen asleep, and Downey's like, "What? Are you serious? I've been talking for the last 2 hours. Where'd you fall off?" And he's like, "Oh, okay. So 1999, what?" So he missed the entire movie, basically. It was the least plot heavy, but most entertaining post credit sequence.
I was like, is it one the end of the Avengers just them at the shawarma joint?
Yes.
Yeah. That was fun.
Yeah.
It was just entertaining.
Yeah.
There were no words, just them eating.
Yeah. Very Joss Whedon-y.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but the great film is amazing. Ben Kingsley was so good.
Great plot twist.
Yeah.
Don't tell me what it is. I want
won't.
to see it.
I won't.
Ben Kingsley? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
What are you saying?
Ben Kingsley. Sir Ben Kingsley.
Oh, he's knighted?
Yeah.
Gandhi.
So he's knighted by the President of the United States?
Mm-hmm. The president.
That's what happened.
Yeah, the president was about to step in a puddle, and Ben Kingsley put his jacket over it.
That sounds legit. I believe it.
Yeah.
You're a stand-up guy, Ron Weasley.
I did hear that Shane Black's not going to be doing the 4th Iron Man.
Fine by me.
There's a fourth one?
Well, of course.
Shane Black? That's pretty racist.
Sorry, Shane White.
I'm not
Aren't you
familiar with that director.
The ski guy?
That's pretty
Sean
racist.
White.
He's
You mean
dude.
the Target guy?
Yeah. The ski guy.
Because he's working on some other, like, movie thing.
Yeah, quit talking. I don't understand what you're saying.
Shut up, Chris.
Yeah, I'll get wrong.
Did you really not see Kiss Kiss Bang Bang?
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
That was a good movie.
Iron Man 3. More like Kiss Kiss Clang Clang. Alright.
What's clanging? I don't get it.
The Iron Man.
Like, is the suit made of iron? I don't understand.
Have you not seen Iron Man?
What's Iron Man? I'm just fucking...
It's a titanium gold alloy, if I remember correctly. Which I don't know from metallurgy if that would actually be a decent alloy.
Hey Vincent, do you have a spare arc reactor? My computer's gonna die.
Yeah, I probably got one in the, Oh yeah, I got one right in my chest here.
I'll just plug my computer up to your chest.
Okay.
The eye chest.
No, it's okay. I took it out. Just make sure I have that back sometime in the next, 3 minutes or I'll go into cardiac arrest.
Okay.
But yeah, there's outlets around here somewhere if you need to plug shit in.
No, I was just making another Iron Man joke.
Oh.
I'm 90%.
Did you say his suit had some sort of percentage of gold in it?
Yeah, it's like half titanium, half gold or something like that.
Yeah, that sounds like a pretty fucking shitty suit.
They actually calculated the cost of what it would actually cost to build the Iron Man suit, and it was something ridiculous to the tune of like $14 billion. And I mean, like 3/4 of that was just in materials alone.
That's nuts. Like, you could do it like he did in the cave in the first one. That's
Yeah.
Iron Man.
And it totally worked.
So, like, what? Melt up a bunch
They
of
did.
pots and pans or something?
They did put in a little infographic because they did the approximate cost of each one. They did put that the first one was free.
Nice.
But no, what happened was he was captured by the enemy. Yeah, whatever. He was captured by whatever whoever's fighting the United States at the time the story is being told. And he's captured, and he is forced to build weapons. And, they want him to build this bomb. And he's like, okay. But in secret, what he builds instead is a goddamn Iron Man suit, and he busts out of the thing and
really
kills
not seen
everyone.
No, he's fucking with you. He went to the theaters twice to see it.
Oh.
I went with you.
I didn't go twice.
Yeah, we did. Because we went once with Sarah, and then the next weekend Dad took us to go see it with him.
You're right. Saw it twice.
Hey, let's just make an animated Iron Man movie. Welcome to Project Iron Man.
I feel like he should have a better name. Because the suit's not made out of iron, so it's kind of like false advertisement.
But it is
Titanium Gold, man.
But it is a pretty metal song, which
Well, that's true.
makes him seem badass upon mention.
What if he put like 1% iron in there just to make sure that he wasn't lying?
It's like Ant-Man would be way more badass if Black Sabbath had written a song called Ant-Man.
That's a fair point.
You got nothing.
Ant-Man.
Small than I'm big, and
Although I am looking forward to see where they go with that.
What's that?
That Ant-Man movie.
well,
That's actually a thing?
Yeah.
What is that? Ant-Man. Seriously, I don't know what Ant-Man is.
he's small, then he's big, then he's small again, then he's big again. That's what he does.
So it's like the atom,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, like that.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. What's the atom?
It's a guy that shrinks down to an atom. And I don't know why. He's like a doctor or some sort of physicist or something. Anyways, he gets small and big. Small and big.
I think Chris created a superhero.
I think he did. I don't know what he's...
I remember him being in Justice League.
He was in Brave and the Bold. Because I watched all that, sadly.
He was also in Justice League, which I watched and was not sad, as opposed to watching The Brave and the Bold, which would have made me sad.
It made me sad. Actually, I had to.
Who
be
decided to make
like-
Oswald Batman?
Dude, that's cool.
The idea is neat. Oswald does not fit Batman.
Yeah.
No.
I'm sorry, do you want him to look like Batman when he's behind, like, computers and stuff?
I don't care. His voice doesn't match with Batman.
let's go.
Whatever, dude, you know? Fuck you. He was on Who's Line. Were you?
Wait, who?
He was not on...
Oswald was not on Who's
He
Line.
wasn't, was he? He was on the Drew Carey show. Were you?
Yeah. No, I was not.
That's where he's
Right.
getting the name Oswald. His name's not actually Oswald.
What is his name?
Dietrich Bader.
Yeah.
Bader.
Yep.
Whatever. You weren't on any of this shit. That's
Well-
what you complaining about.
Okay. Well, let's actually accomplish something so we can finish this and I can go to bed because I'm tired as fuck.
Okay. What happens after Batman, after Alfred makes him not go to Paris right away? After he almost has a heart attack.
In this, we're just completely brainstorming.
Yeah. Next scene.
Well, I'm guessing there's a whole shitload of chaos. Work with that.
Okay,
So, a news montage.
No, because we had them watching the news.
Wait,
Is
what's-
he gonna, like, go see the chaos, like, firsthand?
What's the last scene?
Eventually, but that's in the third act.
So the chaos really isn't gonna bother Gotham at all. There's people just trying to go on with their day.
the last scene we did was Batman trying the bat armor suit and not being able to use it because, and enter discussion here that you texted me the other day.
Yeah, basically, we had it written in the thingamabob that the suit was too heavy and it caused him to go into cardiac arrest.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is that, one, I mean, the motherfucker is like all muscle even when he's old. The lifting shit isn't going to be a problem for him. Two, he ends up using it like 30 years on down the line when he was like 80. And I mean, I'm guessing that I'm thinking we'll throw in a line that when he's talking about it while working on designing the next suit, he says, I might tinker with it now and then, but it's really not the style I'm going for anyway. I'm looking for something more like this. And he shows the...
Well, the to get around the lifting thing, he doesn't have to have a heart attack from lifting. If he's doing any sort of strenuous movement, that would cause
That's what I said, is that basically, instead of it being heavy, the suit is moving for him as opposed to with him. And so he's actually trying to keep up with the suit, and he can't.
So...
Well, the suit could still be heavy. It's just him trying to move this heavy thing quickly and efficiently.
Again, he might... it has to be something inherent in... It has to be an inherent flaw in the design of the suit as opposed to just the weight. Because otherwise it would have to be something small that he could tinker away without large changes to the suit, so he would be able to use it 30 years down the road for continuity purposes.
But the one time we did see him use it, he didn't accomplish anything, right? Like, didn't Terry have to save him?
He did, but that's just... I'm not saying that it was perfect, but he was able to hold Ink off for quite a bit, and he was able to actually, like, fight and move around and shit. And not to mention jump 35 feet off of a fucking stair and punch Ink, who weighs probably roughly what a human being would weigh, punch her clear across a fucking gymnasium into a wall.
Right.
So, the suit is at least functional in that regard. And I'm guessing... What I'm guessing is that he kept it in storage, and then every once in a while when he got bored, he'd, like, tinker with it and try something new, just in case and keep it for, like, emergencies where something like that would actually be required. Another reason he wouldn't want to use something like that is that it's not particularly stealthy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of his biggest strengths. He goes from stealthy to strong arm, and that's not his thing. But if you were to ever need that, but we know for a fact that when he was testing it, it put a lot of strain on his heart, and so he didn't use it again. So we have to, and I'm thinking that the problem is based in how the suit works. The suit, and think about it this way. If the suit moves with him, or if the suit moves for him as opposed to with him, then what'll happen is that he won't be able to keep up with it, but maybe later on he reprograms the computer in the suit, because something like that has to have a computer in it to work. He reprograms it so that the suit does almost all of the work, as opposed to amplifying his strength. It does all the strength, and that's why he's able to use it at like 80 years of age.
Okay, so the only part I don't get, I get what you're saying, but if the problem is that he can't move as fast or whatever as the suit is, can't he move fast once he gets the Batman Beyond suit? Why is that not a problem to move as quickly?
Because that's actually predicting his movements. Or no, not predicting. I'm thinking the Bat armor predicts movement. The Beyond suit amplifies it. There's a key difference in the design of the two suits, is my guess. But we're talking about writing technological stuff here, so let's brainstorm this, because this is a big thing.
If we did it, the fact that he just couldn't keep up with the suit, how would you go about writing that? Because wouldn't his strength couldn't he slow the suit down?
So, with it predicting his movement, are you saying that, like, when he enters, like, the training course in his Batcave, not someone else's Batcave, that he just tells the suit to shoot targets and he doesn't have to worry about it, the suit does the work for him?
I'm thinking more like, if he makes a small movement, it'll exaggerate that movement and do the rest of the work that way. Like, there's, what I was thinking of was, in one of the Star Wars novels, there are these aliens that have purely organic technology. Everything is grown, including their armor. Their armor's made out of some sort of giant crab thing. Now, there's this one guy, a very respected elder. Now, these species are a warrior species, and generally speaking, they don't live to see old age. But this guy did, and as a result of that, he had to have armor grown for him that would stop him from being old and frail, so he could still fight or whatever. And basically how it worked was that it sensed when he was about to move, or like right as he started moving, and then it kicked in. Yeah, it's like, if he starts to go into a punch, then it's like pushing a button, and the thing does the rest of the work.
Okay.
But he says, and let's think of what we know about the bat armor.
And the reason that could be strenuous to him is because he wants control.
There you go. And then later on, when he's not really Batman anymore, but then starts being Batman again for a split second of awesomeness, the control thing's not as much of an issue to him, just because he can't really afford to be in control anymore because of his advanced age.
Right, yeah.
Okay. So, and it's like, I know that he says, and I quote from the show, the exosuit amplifies strength and increases endurance. It amplifies effort and increases endurance, but it puts too much strain on him personally.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it could be that the suit would work very well for a younger, more able-bodied person.
McGinnis.
Exactly. I mean, that Terry wouldn't have a problem at all using the bat armor, just because it's just because he doesn't have to worry about keeping up with it. He just has to worry about operating it.
What I imagine the problem being is, like, say you're Batman in the bat armor suit, and your problem of not having control is you, like, I don't know if it's like shooting what at targets. I don't know what it does.
I do not know if it has the capability of shooting anything.
Okay.
I mean,
we can add that in, though.
I mean, I was thinking, have sort of like a wrist thing, like what Terry's got on his bat suit. I mean, Batman does make that suit. The sort of thing that shoots batarangs out of his wrist.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was thinking it could have something to that effect.
I imagine the problem being, like, he goes to, like, shoot one of those batarangs, and, like, say there's two targets in front of him, one to the right and one to the left. And as he's bringing his arm around to, like, shoot it, like, he's deciding to go for the left one, but the suit decides to go for the right one. So while the suit brings his arm this way, he's straining to go to the left. And that's why it fucks him up.
What if
it doesn't agree with his movements?
Right.
I mean, what if it was like that, except for, let's just say, at the bank scene, Grant Cheese might be wearing that. You would generally go for the closest person to you or coming at you. But the suit goes for the furthest person for whatever fucking reason.
Yes. Yeah. Well, it could just be a matter of him needing to tinker with it.
Yeah.
Like, he just doesn't have it right.
Mm-hmm.
And he puts...
And then the reason he decides... Basically, the suit is fixable, but he decides that alongside its fixable problems, it's not his style, it's not the sort of suit that he wants to wear.
Mm-hmm.
So he decides to design the new suit. But yeah, I like that how it's the sort of going one way as opposed to the other, and
Okay, so the bat armor that we're talking about,
mm-hmm.
did he just make this, or is it something that was already made? He just was like, let's see if I can get this son of a bitch to work.
No, I'm thinking that this was built at this time. I mean, have you seen the scene where it's used?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
What I was thinking was, if he decides not to use it, then that it's not built for what he wants it for. And that all of that was almost useless.
Well, not if he keeps some of the things that he put into it and puts into the Beyond suit, like a prototype.
Well, yeah, but that would make sense to do it like that, because if the only part of this is going to be, like, if he doesn't use it or whatever, doesn't take something from that suit or his knowledge of anything from that suit, the only purpose of the suit is because it's mentioned later on. So what does having the suit bring to the table?
Basically, he says, the Beyond suit has similarities to that suit, mainly in that the Beyond suit does have motors in it. I mean, it appears to be very fabric-y and flush to the skin, but there are very discreetly designed motors going all throughout the suit, designed by a scientist called Peter Corso, that do everything that suit's trying to do, but better, more refined.
Okay.
So this conversation led me to ask the question, so what exactly does the Beyond Batsuit do? What advantages does it have? So here's the list. And we need to make these a factor in...
There's a very good wiki article on every single thing that you're on it, right there.
Retractable wings under the arms to glide on.
I had an idea on those. We discussed... Did you get around to watching Mystery of the Batwoman yet?
No.
I have it on DVD. Take it with you. It's on the shelf.
Okay.
In Mystery of the Batwoman, he meets with a scientist who is later revealed to be the Batwoman, along with two other chicks. There's this sort of metal that she designs that, according to some sort of electric stimulus, the metal can change shape to anything it's programmed. The events of that take place about 5 or 6 years before this happens. My thought is that he took this, understood what it was, and started incorporating this design, or this metal, into his own technology. Prime examples being the wings. The wings don't seem to me to be fabric. The wings are incredibly rigid. Mm-hmm. And matter of fact, they're separate from his arms. Mm-hmm. A lot of times you see him flying with his arms spread out like that, but then other times, he's actually doing shit with his arms while the wings are. And so I'm thinking that the wings fold up to be incredibly compact. You can't even see them. So what I'm thinking is that these wings are incredibly lightweight and incredibly strong because they're made of this metal, and at just a reflex, the wings transform into the, from their compact state into the big state because they're made of this metal.
I sort of imagine the cape in Batman Begins.
It's basically like that, but with metal.
Yeah.
And also, that gives a really good mechanical explanation as to how those damn batarangs of his work. Yeah, I mean, the batarangs that Batman used throughout having his normal suit, those are actually pretty simple. You can build something like that. Just a simple flick of the wrist sort of thing. These have some sort of... They're a weird skeletal structure, and then they fold into the shape that can't possibly come out of that. They come into they look like these little bats that are with the wings folded, and then they turn into these big circle things. And I'm thinking that metal may also be involved in the construction of the batarangs.
Yeah, I hear you. That works.
Makes sense to me.
All right. Second feature. Rocket boosts enabling thrust. Sensitive touch microphone on index and middle fingers that permits eavesdropping through solid surfaces or at a distance. The recording can be played and downloaded into a chip. Convenient. Personal communicator. A remote kill function that can externally paralyze the suit from the Batcave.
Used it in the first episode when Terry stole the damn thing.
Okay, yeah. Now I remember.
I forgot about that.
Dispensable batarangs. Electric batarangs. Explosive batarangs. Batarangs specially designed for restraining and or reeling in. Discs that can be fired from the tops of the hands. Electromagnetic pads in the soles of the boots for adhesion to certain surfaces. And that really makes sense. And like needing that when you're older.
Oh yeah.
Like I can't get up this fucking building. Alright. Retractable claws which can be used to cut or facilitate climbing. Significant resistance to water, electricity, heat, and radiation. That's a good thing he could bring up. Like, maybe this new suit isn't affected by the Abaddon gas. Or something.
That won't work mainly because, I guess unless he does like a gas filter, because his mouth is open to the air. But that might work if he does the gas thing, because I know his eyes on the suit are not. And the eyes in the suit are actually just the heads-up computer, so there's stuff in front of his eyes. His eyes aren't in the air. But
it's the new respirator suit.
Well, he is shown to have some sort of breath thingies later on in this article that I'm sure they'll be brought up. But anyway, keep going.
Okay. Built-in cloaking device that enables almost complete camouflage. Its only weakness is that he becomes visible if UV light is shined on him.
Huh. What episode was that from, do you know? Because I know it gives a list of them.
Oh, in Eyewitness, he was spotted by being illuminated with ultraviolet light.
Okay, there you
go. Grappling guns built into the forearms.
It's actually one of the claws.
Okay.
Can do that. That's another thing. The claws that extend, those are that metal, I'm guessing.
Right. I like that idea, taking the metal from this.
Yeah.
Cool. Geiger counter. How do you say it? Bolas?
Bolas.
Okay.
Those things that you throw with the 3 balls, and you throw them at things and they get tangled.
Enhanced visual assistance that allowed him to see in the dark. The visor could also serve as digital binoculars and an infrared filter. Visual from the Batsuit could be fed back to the main computer in the Batcave. It could also receive visual from the main computer, allowing for superior tactical planning. Smoke pellets. Old-fashioned grappling gun. Neuromuscular amplification. Wrist-mounted laser shooter capable of melting metal and stunning his opponents.
Wait, the neuromuscular thing.
Uh-huh.
So the amplification is actually like based on his nerves. That's it. That's the thing. Designing those, they're based on his nerves. So before he starts moving, the suit knows what he's going to do. As opposed to the bat armor, which requires him to already start moving in order to get it to work.
And he can just explain that off when he starts building the new Batsuit.
That's what I was thinking, was when, I'm thinking there will be a scene not too shortly after what we have that, where he's talking about features that he's incorporated. Basically, he's already designed the suit, or at least come up with a list of features, and then has Alfred, because Alfred's pretty capable. Something I did find out, Lucius Fox, unlike in the Dark Knight movies and in a lot of the comics, has nothing to do with
making shit.
As a matter of fact, as far as I know, he doesn't even know that Bruce Wayne is Batman in the animated series.
Right.
So, I mean, all he does in the animated series is he is is like a co-CEO of Wayne Enterprises.
Yeah.
Handles business relations and shit.
It's kind of a shame.
And they're still pretty close, though.
Yeah. No, they're close friends, but Alfred is. I think that Alfred is the one who does a lot of the actual corralling shit together.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking maybe he works on this new Batsuit and maybe it's with Alfred, but possibly by this time Talia is with him too. And then they have a scene where he's like, well, let's go test it out. And they go find some fucking crime. And then he or she suggests that, well, let's add this to it. Because that gives us another action sequence, another fucking obstacle for him to overcome. And then more organic ways for us to show him developing the Batsuit instead of one big montage.
Yeah. The thing is that I wasn't expecting there to be too much of a montage. I was expecting it to... The development was going to be done mostly through dialogue, from what I envisioned, and then it takes up a lot of the beginning of the movie, but then the third act with Talia is really separate, and the first time that he actually uses the Batsuit is the new Batsuit is the record time scene.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
And the only reason that he leaves in the regular Batsuit when he leaves with Talia is because he's looking specifically to avoid combat. They're just doing detective work.
But he takes the regular Batsuit?
Yes.
When the new one's already completed?
It's not completed yet. Alfred does it while he's gone.
Okay.
Give something for Alfred to do.
Right. And then while he's out with that, then maybe something else could happen to him, and then he can be like, Alfred, we need to add this to it. And maybe I didn't mean to use the word montage, I meant sequence.
Yeah.
What was your thought?
Never mind.
Why? Do you not remember it and we killed you?
No, I remember it.
What was it? Just shoot it out there.
I was gonna say, what if Talia shows up as he finishes the suit? I don't know what he doesn't trust her, right? At that point. So what if they scrap and he's already in the new suit?
We actually discussed, that was actually the way the movie was originally going to go, was that the Beyond suit was already designed by the time he leaves, and he's in the Beyond suit most of the time. Sean came up with the idea, well, why don't we insert it in later? And it was originally, and then the idea after that was for him to use the Beyond suit for the first time in the Batcave ambush. We decided against that because if he uses a suit for the first time and then Alfred dies, he's not going to want to use that suit again. So the logical place for him to start using that suit is at the end of the movie, right before the climax, or near the end of the movie.
Yeah, I guess the developmental process of this should be pretty long.
Yeah, I'm guessing.
Relative, I mean...
See, the thing was, I was thinking that it was fairly short. And it's what they're doing at the beginning of the movie until the race thing comes along and sidetracks them. And Batman goes off and takes care of the race thing while Alfred does the suit himself. We have to remember that Alfred in this is actually very capable. He used to be a Secret Service agent for the British Secret Service.
Okay.
So, which is why he ended up getting kidnapped or something, because he knew some sort of nuclear launch codes or something.
Huh. I didn't know that.
What's Bruce's dad's name?
Thomas.
And do we ever hear him speak?
Yes, a couple of times.
Okay. Never mind.
He's usually voiced by Kevin Conroy as well.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Okay.
Why is that?
Because I was just thinking about ways we could use Kevin Smith's buddy Ralph Garman's Adam West voice, and I was thinking if there is no voice of fucking his dad in the series, because I didn't remember, but then Adam West would be a suitable voice for that. But
I got it.
okay.
Perhaps he's watching an episode of The Grey Ghost while he's welding the suit. Well, he's welding the bat armor.
Oh, that'd be cool.
And that's what the news thing interrupts is... Yeah. He's watching The Grey Ghost, and the... And then we'll have Adam West guy voice a scene in The Grey Ghost. Of course, we'd have to insert it into what's already written.
Right.
And, just a short little, 5 or 6 second clip, but...
Yeah. That
That'd be
could
cool.
work.
That'd be cool to see where it goes again.
Oh, yeah. Matt and I noticed something when we were watching, because he hadn't seen the bat armor thing before, ever. And so I showed it to him, and he was like, holy shit. Well, we noticed something watching that, is that when Bruce shows up, he's in disguise.
Yeah. It just unfolds out of him when he needs it to.
Well, the thing is, that's not the important thing. The important thing is his disguise. He's disguised as the Grey Ghost. The goggles, the hat. We know he has that little Grey Ghost shrine in his in the Batcave.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and then I looked at the comments, and everyone just started noticing that all at the same time.
Really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
That's fucking cool.
It is. Alright, let me finish this list real quick.
Okay.
it's a long list. That suit can do a lot of shit.
Yeah, I can. Alright, I think the last one I wrote was explosives. Launchable tracers, fire extinguisher bomb capsules, flexicuffs, enhanced ballistic protection, buzzsaw incorporated into belt buckle, built-in tracer, tranquilizer darts, extensible forearm spikes, a lock decipher, a frequency scanner to locate hot receivers, a retractable pen or password decipherer in the form of a key on the right index finger. Could uplink with the Batmobile for remote piloting. Bugs. Built-in rebreather. Does that mean for underwater?
Yeah, like it
Okay, yeah.
recycles air.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Electrical discharges throughout the suit. Scanner. Flashbang grenades. Portable bag. Recorder. Welding tool. Retractable tweezers. Drug identifier utilized by dipping fingers into the substance. Communicate.
Oh, god damn it, it's acid!
It just burned through my microphone.
Communicator. Sensors that work as a polygraph. And knockout gas pellets.
I'm sorry. That belt is a skinny little piece of shit thing. How the hell does he fit all that shit?
He's Batman.
Science!
Not all of that. Matter of fact, most of that wasn't on his belt.
Yeah, I'm sure. I know most of it comes out of his arms and shit. But seriously, where the hell is he gonna hide all those grenades?
They're not very big.
How big?
You know, marble sized. For the most part.
Oh no.
Same thing with the knockout gases and the smoke and all that. They're only like...
What about the saw blade belt buckle?
Sean's like...
It's a belt buckle.
Sean's like...
It's the belt buckle.
I don't see it.
Sean's like, I'll buy the Fountain of Youth Lazarus Pit.
I'll take that.
but all this shit fitting in this one suit. I'm done with the project.
Where does before he gets that suit, where does he put his damn grappling gun? I mean, that thing is huge, and he's got these little pockets.
Yeah.
Where does he hide it? And additionally, where does he hide those damn swords? Because I know he has those fucking things, and those are so. Yeah. No, he pulls them out in Justice League Unlimited when they're fighting those damn robots. That's.
I didn't see much of that.
I'll show you that episode here in we'll just get on Netflix and I'll skip to that part just so you can see the swords.
Wait, what episode?
I forget what episode of Justice League Unlimited it is.
Oh, I don't have that on here. Never mind.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
Unlimited's worth a watch. It seems to be more. It feels more like you're watching a bunch of vignettes than you're. Is it vignettes or vignettes? Vignettes. I was right. But yet, because they go into a lot of the different lesser superheroes, and occasionally the big seven, who are known as the founding members, they occasionally come up when shit's really hitting the fan. But a lot of times it focuses on people like Green Arrow and the Black Canary and the Question, and there's a really big like government conspiracy theme in it, mainly in the balance of power. The story itself gets very deep in like a philosophical sort of way, but a lot of the plot lines aren't quite as concise. The Clock King did come back for an episode in that.
Nice.
That's
just for like a few seconds.
Yeah, he was a cameo. They assembled some sort of Project Cadmus was this thing dealing with superheroes and how pretty much just fucking get rid of them. But it was a government project funded, of course, by Lex Luthor.
Of course.
But they actually assemble a team to take down the Justice League Watchtower. And the Clock King is in charge of the schedule.
So it's precise.
Yeah. And then the other people on that team, I believe Deadshot is present. Couple other random small-time bad guys. But it really does expand. Like, you know...
Was that the last time you saw Clock King?
Yes.
So it's safe to assume he died not long after filming that episode?
No.
Then where'd he go?
Well, it had only been like 3 or 4 years after that.
Yeah, and he was old as shit then.
He's dying in our movie.
And actually, I'd say the dude was... My guess is that the dude was about 50 or 60 at the beginning of the animated series. So he's probably a bit old.
Pretty wily for him.
He's probably a bit older, but think of it this way. Look at Olympic fencers.
Yeah, that's
a lot of the fencing guys are these guys who have just been doing it for fucking years and years and years. I mean, some of these fucking Olympic level athletes are 80 years old.
It's just weird to think about.
But yeah, that's really his primary. Like, if he does any sort of movement, I mean, he knows how to fence. We've seen him do it. So that cane thing.
It's something to think about, but yeah.
He just
And
the
when
reason.
does Unlimited take place? Like what year? Time frame?
But 2006.
Okay. So Cadmus was a big thing in 06, I guess.
Yeah, and then the interesting thing, because the Clock King got a slight redesign in Unlimited, he has brown hair.
Really?
They edged him down. Maybe he dyed it or something. It's not explained or whatever.
Trying to disguise himself. Cheeky old bastard.
But yeah, so
And was that before or after Lex Luthor died, or whatever?
that was the last episode.
Oh, okay. Did they still keep Project Cadmus running after the guy who's giving them the money just kind of vanishes?
Yes.
Jeez.
Because he wasn't the only one funding it. But yeah, no, it was.
He
Well, I don't know.
Project that timeline, was it?
Project Cadmus might not have been active, but it was still, like, Amanda Waller was still able to use her contacts to overwrite Warren McGinnis's DNA with Bruce's.
Yeah, around what time?
That was with Project Cadmus technology. So Cadmus probably still existed in some form.
So is that like around 2010? 2000 or not?
Yeah,
2010.
early 2010s.
Yeah. Okay. So not long after the place was probably, because I'm sure it probably quit running after that. So people still knew each other and could get the hookup, but.
And this is something that we'll work on, probably not now because this is a big tangent, but there's a flashback scene in Epilogue where they're acquiring Batman's DNA.
Yeah, from the bloody rag and when he was on the ambulance or whatever.
Right. The thing is, this takes place in the early 2010s. He's in the regular Batsuit. My thing is that perhaps that scene took place a little earlier. It's the only basis for that flashback's time is what we have on the wiki. It's very vague. But ostensibly it's in the early 2010s. It perhaps could have been earlier than that. But I think we can get away with it just because it's a very vague thing as to when it actually occurred.
So,
and where was it?
Perfect. Well, we'll write it in somewhere where the scene where he got shot actually happened like maybe a few months before he gets shot and comes bloodying up the Batcave at the beginning of the movie. Maybe they make mention of it and it's just like...
This isn't like then.
Yeah, something like that. This episode is going to have a lot of minor, not consequential notes.
We got a lot of technical stuff out of the way.
Yeah, and that's important shit.
Yeah. Well, we got an hour and a half. You guys got anything else you want to fix tonight?
Did we want to come up real quick with those, with what scenes are actually next?
Sure. If you got an idea right now. Right now.
Right now.
Just so the
I know what scene's next.
Well, just so the audience has an idea, let me read them the very end of the last scene. Bruce Wayne! Batman stops. He's visibly not used to an outburst of this volume from Alfred. You nearly gave yourself a heart attack not even 5 minutes ago. Please, Master Wayne, take one night to rest in your bed in your parents' house, and I'll make a big breakfast in the morning before you leave again to go get yourself killed halfway around the world. A beat passes as Batman stares at his feet, taking in these words. He looks then to Alfred, and from him to the news footage, to the Batwing, the helmet of the bat armor on the floor, and finally back at Alfred. He nods, and Alfred walks him up the stairs, exiting the Batcave. The lights cut off, leaving images of the news glowing on the TV screen.
Minor character dialogue thing. In the animated series, Alfred always referred to Bruce not by Master Wayne, but by Master Bruce.
Okay, yeah. Good point.
Next scene, it goes back to Raish.
Oh, that makes sense. New act.
It goes back to Raish. Well, France was successful. Let's do 6 more cities.
Oh, shit.
You have to remember, 800 million people die. This is... When you think about it, this movie's morbid as fuck.
It really
A lot of people die.
Including the only woman he ever really loved.
And,
His
action. And any sort of happiness that Bruce Wayne ever had. I mean, because we discussed, and I really like the metaphor that we discussed, is that Bruce Wayne dies in this movie too. Or at least the character that he was before.
Mm-hmm. He becomes that crotchety old dude in the Beyond series. In
Yeah.
This movie.
I mean, that's a big character development thing for him.
It really is.
Sure it is.
And I'm not sure exactly how we'll convey it, because he's not really going to have anybody to talk to.
Well, it'll show. I mean,
And you can just look at his face usually, just be like, yeah, it's pretty fucked.
and you just, I mean, the fact that this is between those two means that this is what led to that.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, next scene is Raish, and goes up and he crosses France off of his little table map. And then he's like, okay, how many cities are something to the tune of how much Abaddon they have in terms of
How many cities they can do at once?
yeah. It was like, by our estimate, about 6. Is that alright? Names off a couple more cities.
Nice. Okay.
And
Yeah.
And then the scene after that is them discussing, Batman and Alfred discussing Beyond Suit stuff.
Over bacon and eggs? He's gonna have his breakfast.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Actually, yeah, that the next morning.
Yeah. I like that. Cool.
Alfred did promise him breakfast.
He did.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even think about that, but it makes sense.
Yeah. Cool.
Which I'm pretty sure he would have made him a big breakfast anyways.
He probably wouldn't.
But
Here's your goddamn Wheaties, Master Bruce.
Pour it yourself. We're out of milk.
Well,
I'll go to the store next week.
if I can catch up on editing this episode and the last episode before we record again, I'll write those scenes and bring them for next.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Okay.
Do you what?
Next 2 steps we've got to do, though. We got to start characterization stuff before we get too heavy into the... Because right now we're sort of... We've jumped ahead of ourselves a lot just because of the... Just because of that. Because of your writing class thing.
Yeah.
But I think we got to go back and we got to just make sure all our characters are right.
Yeah.
Um,
Let's try to schedule. Next week or next episode we'll have Paul and Christian on, just as outside opinions on, and we'll lay out the whole arcs of every character, and they'll tell us whether they make sense. Does that sound cool?
Yeah, it sounds cool to me.
we might have to actually have that sit down and like record for like a couple of hours and split it up into 2 parts.
Yeah, that's fine. That's totally cool.
Knock it all out at once.
Yeah.
The other thing we have to do is we have to dedicate an episode entirely to the Abaddon enzyme. What it does, how it does it, how it's deployed. Matt had a really interesting idea, and I think that if he comes in for an episode, that's the episode he'd want to be in on.
Yeah.
Is my guess. I could be wrong, but we gotta do one that we need to know before we do any further big writing on it. What this crap does for consistency's sake.
Right.
That'd be a cool one.
So, you guys see when you're broke and get up here.
Okay.
Does anyone have a Batman line?
Oh, shit.
All right. Now, for this one, I want someone to do a Batman line from the Batman porno.
You know one?
No, we were talking about a Batman porno earlier, and it popped in my head. Damn, somebody should read
You're
a
just
line
gonna
like they were in a Batman porno.
Where are the other dicks going?
You can do better than that, and I know it.
Where are the other dicks going? We all should come up with one.
Hold on.
When he says Lucius. Juices!
Juices Fox.
Jesus Foxy. That's the character name.
Hold on. I've got it. Shut up. It's really bad, but it'll work. The Joker's not around to save you, Harley. It's just me, you, and these bat-shaped handcuffs.
All right.
I kind of want to see it now.